You know, Motown Records has a very special place in the hearts of every Michigander, and joining us on the show today to talk about a very special musical based on the story of one of Motown's biggest stars. Yes, we welcome Pat Hill and Montreal Carr from the new McCree Theatre in Flint. Great to see you both.
Yes, great being back, Matt. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to talk about The Soul of Mary Wells. Tell us all about this great production.
Well, you know, Motown produced a lot of great artists, like you said, and great sounds. But it was not always great. There were some downward times as well as stories, and we have Mary Wells. We're telling her stories.
Yes.
Glory, but also a downfall.
Well, as they say, there's always a story behind the story.
Story behind the
Is that
story.
kind of what this is all about?
Yes. Greatest Experience, here's a woman who comes in at 17 years old and gets introduced by Robert Bateman, which the parts that I play, and then he passes on to she passes it on to Berry Gordy, and she takes off from there, and then she has some different problems with Berry Gordy on the finances, and he rips her off with a lot of money, and then it goes down the hill, and it just gets...
It's a story of ups and downs.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit more about who you play.
Okay. Well, Robert Bateman is a guy who produced a lot of records and produced a lot of groups like The Miracles, the Vandellas. He's a guy who started in the church industry. Much of a guy who I had never heard of, but looking in the history of him, like he had helped a lot of people succeed through. Yes, a lot of connections get through, and it just went from there, and the music just took off.
Yes. Well, and talk about why you're excited to bring this production to New McCree Theatre.
Excited to bring it because there are stories out of Motown that we do not hear about. And of course, McCree is the place to be for these stories. So it's a great story, and we want everyone to come out to see it. And I have to say, this was also Joe Tex. He's a singer, a great singer as well. He failed to mention that part.
Of course. Well, of course, we're talking about Motown. People can expect music, right?
Absolutely. Of course, we have the Marvelettes and the Vandellas. We have Kim Harris back on at McCree. Yes. And of course, she's playing Mary Wells. And then, of course, it's a great play written by our Charles Winfrey, who studies Motown and all of his plays extensively before bringing them on. So it's a great, happy time, but it's also a sad time.
Yes, overall, what do you think people will learn after seeing this show?
I think they will learn that the entertainment business is not cracked up to what it is.
Tell me about it. No,
yes, you're in entertainment.
No,
you're
not
great.
really,
you
no.
know, it can be stressful.
Sure.
You know, people of Motown going on tours, that bus ride with so many people.
It's human stories, though, that you can relate to, the challenge.
Contract disputes,
Yes.
and that was with Mary. She took Mary to court.
Interesting. Yeah, you gotta check out the show. It sounds intriguing. You know, I'm here for the juicy behind-the-scene details.
Yes.
The Soul of Mary Wells, being performed every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now through October 12th. There at the new McCree Theatre in Flint. Tickets $15, and also can be ordered at thenewmcreetheatre.com. Thank you for sharing the details on this one.
Welcome.
And we got to go to break, or else I'd sing.
Okay.
But we're out of time.
All right. Thank you.